This 2016 Mercedes S-Class came in with an interior like this. The customer hates it, everyone hates it. It does not have the Australian maps. It's from Japan, so we're going to fix that and add wireless CarPlay and wireless Android Auto to the original screen on the car, fully compatible with your NTG drive, your reverse camera, steering wheel control, everything. And the special part about our units is it's going to show up on the instrument cluster right next to your speedometer as to what's playing, what's going on. That's a special and unique feature that you find in our modules, which is different than everything you get in the market. Now this car here is one of the easier cars for me to do. I've done like hundreds of these at this point. So it's very easy for me to do. What you have to do is just get your fingers behind here and you can kind of pull this out. It's better to use two hands. Once you have that, you'll find some connections behind here. Get those connections out and then this panel here will sit on the side. Alright, so behind this panel here, you'll see this blue, yellow and black connection. Undo all three and then we can move on to removing this bottom panel here. Now this bottom panel here, you can just kind of reach behind. Now it's on a slant, so try to push from bottom up top and just pull it towards you. Do the same on the other side and this panel will come out. One connection behind here. Take that out. Once that connection is out, this panel is going to sit on the side. Behind that panel is just one big plug. Undo that. That's going to reveal two torque 30. Go ahead and undo the two torque 30 here. Then we'll move on to another two torque 30 at the front. Once those four screws are undone, this whole center console will lift up and behind. We're going to use a lot of padding using a lot of microfiber. Put it away, that way the thing is not going to scratch anything. Alright, now so to get to the torque screws at the front of the car, just open this flap up. So you'll see this small clip. Pull it towards you. That's going to release your cup holders. Pull it out. You'll see this rubber mat. Pull the mat up and that's going to sit on the side and that's going to reveal the two torque 30, one on the left, one on the right. Go ahead and undo them. They're quite strong in there and you might need a long extension. It's a good idea to have a screwdriver with magnet to get them out. So let me quickly go ahead and do that, then I'll show you what I'm doing next. Alright, so the last trim you have to remove is this one around the CD player. So once you remove that trim, we can kind of lift the center console up from here and pull it towards the back. Now when you're pulling the center console towards the back, you'll find there's one connection right underneath here. That's a big blue plug. So kind of get it rested on the seat, but make sure you have like lots and lots and lots of padding. That way that metal part down there is not scratching anything on the seat. Once you kind of get it behind there, you can reach out from underneath and undo the plug and then move further with removing it more to the back. Now the other thing you can do is once you've undone that plug there, you can also go ahead and remove this center console completely out of the car if that's more convenient for you to work with. For me, I've done this so many times, I'm very comfortable putting it just towards the back, using plenty of microfiber, not scratching anything. Alright, so moving on, you have to remove this NTG5 radio, just held in by two torque 20, one on the left, one on the right. These screws don't come out all the way, just get them enough so that the radio can slide out. And then go ahead and undo all the connections from behind and then put the radio on the side. And we'll go ahead to the next clip where I'm going to show you what plug and play connections you need to do, how I'm routing my wires and where each of the wires is going. Alright, so with that, my NTG5 radio is out. Now I'm going to mount my module behind here, behind this carpet. To pull the carpet out, I have to undo the bottom panel underneath the glove box. Only 3 torque 20, get them out, the panel will slide down. You can pull this carpet towards you. Then I'll show you what we get in the kit for installing the CarPlay on this NTG5 radio. So what I've done here is already gone ahead and taped all of my antennas, my display cable, as well as my main power harness in this nice fabric tape. So once we're done with the installation, you'll be sure that there's no rattling coming in from the installation itself because of this nice tape. Now what I'm trying to do here is to tap into this cord lock, run my wires behind and underneath, coming out there to install my module. The module, all of these plugs only go in one way, so you can't really mess this up. Just make sure you have the right dip switch settings. So for the S-Class on a Western Auto custom module, you'll have 1 high, 2 high, 3, 4 and 5 as low. Set it up. So what I'm going to do now is plug it in. Now from the original cord lock, you'll see there is a fiber optic in the position 1 from the left side, that orange cable there. You can kind of just pull this tab up, slide it out and pull it in the same place on the new harness, so just about here. So I'm quickly going to go ahead and do that, plug everything in, all the plug and play. Now in terms of this green display cable, this is going to connect to this blue cable around here. That's my display cable from the original car screen. That's going to get connected, go into the module, and then the module is also going to get power from your original into the radio. So this male side of the harness is going to go into the part where the blue one came out of. So I'm quickly gonna go do that, and then I'll see you guys in the next clip. All right, so with all of the plugs, I've just routed everything behind there. The USB, I'm gonna use a zip tie, mount it inside here, just make a small incision in this plastic over here to allow for the USB to come through. That's where my USB is gonna go, and for the other parts, all my module is gonna get plugged in there, mounted there, and then I can go ahead and put this whole panel back in spot. So let me quickly go ahead and do that. Again, all of these connections can only go in one way, so it's very hard to mess it up. Only one white plug, only one connection for your Wi-Fi antenna. There's no way that you can mess this up. All right, so this is where I've mounted my module, but the Wi-Fi is here. There's a big piece of flat plastic. That's where my Wi-Fi is. Now this cable here, you can pull it underneath, use a zip tie, remove this panel around here, and just pull it out of here. So I'm gonna do that because there's not that much extra length on the USB. What I like to do is, once this panel is going back in, just have it on by the zip tie, and once this panel is going back in, that's when I like to pull it. That's just gonna sit there for now. What I'm gonna do now is go ahead and plug the connection underneath, the blue one that we undid, put it back in spot, pull that one in here, connect the connections at the back, and just do some testing. So now that we have our CarPlay interface working, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and put all the screws, panels, all of that back together, the USB in the center. Now once all of that is done, I'll show you what settings we have to do to integrate this system with your original MB Bluetooth, retaining your speedometer or your instrument cluster integration, as well as your full steering wheel control, and lose absolute zero quality on your sound. All right, so now I've put the whole thing back together. So what you want to do is go into settings here. Now this car has a factory 360 camera, so go into car settings. So on the reversing mode here, select factory 360. And the bottom you'll see front camera. I usually like to keep it at 5 seconds. That's a good sweet spot for me. Now keep moving down, you'll see the microphone selection. That should be on the OEM microphone, as you can see there. Go back into settings in the system. Now this is a right-hand drive car, so remember, if you have a left-hand drive car, do not select the right-hand drive car option. Anyways, go into phone link settings. This one I've done disable phone link audio. So basically what that does is make your CarPlay as a display only, so all your sound and everything is going to run through your MB Mercedes Bluetooth system. So go ahead, enable those two, click apply, reboot the system. You can do it here, reboot, click OK. Give it a couple of seconds, it's gonna come up with the limited logo, and that's it. Now I'm gonna pair my phone and see how the system works. All right, before I get copyrighted, I'll just quickly show you guys. So that's my CarPlay connector. All that I've done is connected to the CarPlay box. You can see the responsiveness, the lifetime responsiveness is quick, is rapid, it's crazy. You can see what song is playing on your instrument cluster. Unique feature with our modules. You can use your steering wheel control, change songs, change track to whatever you like. Again, very, very quick and responsive system. Doesn't take long at all to connect. If you guys want a system like this in your S-Class, in your Mercedes, Audi, BMW, Porsche, or any other car, reach out to me on info@westernautocustoms.com.au. You can also log on to www.westernautocustoms.com.au, or simply give me a text or call on 0475 469 577 to see how I can help you getting CarPlay on your car. Peace.